guys. We will start lying down, and if you would care to have a foam roller to add challenge, you can. We're gonna take a lie back position. Hello everyone, and then take your, I'm gonna use my abs to come down, and then take your feet on a roller or on the floor and curl up, breathe in and breathe out. And up and out. Now exhale and out. So you're breathing in and breathing out, and exhale. Now, when you go up, you're making sure there's a space underneath your neck so you don't feel like you're slamming your neck to the floor. There's a little space you could slide a pencil under. You're also trying to focus on that low back articulation. Breathe in and breathe out. And then just take a couple more. We're waking up the legs. And then let's take your hands to the feet. Hands to the feet and pull down. Now this is a happy baby, some type of hamstring stretch. Yes. And then lift up the right leg and lower the left. Now this is a different hamstring stretch. We're gonna add a little abs. So right now I have the head down variation. If you care to lift up, your shoulder blades are off the mat. Inhale, inhale, and exhale, switch. Now do the one that's right for you. So you can either come up or you can stay down. Yep, so Betty, if you need to stay down, that is just fine. Pull your toes back and let's add 10 more. 9, 8, 7, good. 6, another variation would be hands behind your head. 4, 3, 2, recover for a moment. Feet back on the roller. Curl your spine up. Now, if you care to add on, take your right ankle on your left thigh as if you're figure 4 stretch. Now you're gonna lower your hips in that figure 4, so only one leg is working, the other leg's in a gentle stretch. 4 and 5, good. Hip opener. 6 plus 7, the glute. 8, 9. Now take your other foot on the roller, take your other ankle on the thigh, and here we go. Up, 2, good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Now lower down and extend your legs a bit. You have about an inch bend in your knee. Lift up your legs in a glute press, a hamstring press. Exhale up, neck is easy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then try to stay up for 10. Hold. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Lower down and take the feet in an imaginary table and extend one and then extend the other. So that's the first position. If you'd like to add on, hands behind your head, rotate, 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 rotate. This is called crisscross in Pilates. It's also called a yogic bicycle. Not to be confused with the circular leg motion as if you were really bicycling, but it's a back and forth piston with a torso rotation. Take 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. Now rest, take your feet back on top of the foam roller, curl up. Now we're gonna lift up the right leg and feel it lower with lengthen your knee, the right knee's long, and add that leg pull. I want you to really reach through the toes and the ankle. So the bottom of your chain, really important for preventing low back pain, for feeling the earth, to maintain balance on uneven terrain, and to keep the cushions of our body working so that we translate less energy up the body. So we've got this cushion, trampoline. Now left leg, you're gonna reach, you're gonna point and flex. So you're reaching through your toes, you're reaching through your arch. The ankle is really moving to its range of motion. 5, 6, so you're keeping those ankles flexible. 6, 7, and strong. 9. Now that same foot is going to go on the foam roller or the floor, depending on what you're doing. Lift up and point your right toes to the floor and do a little pulse. I'm going to say it's about 2 inches, maybe 3, 10 times. Same leg is up, guys, and pull your toes back. Really reach through that heel. Now you're going to be letting that foot down on the foam roller or the whatever you're using, the floor. Left leg up, point, and do a little pulse. Try to keep your hips level. A lot of times I'll put my hands on my hip bones to make sure. Now flex that foot and do 10. Let that foot come back down to the roller. Inhale and exhale, lower, but this time open up the legs like a V. Pull your toes back, and you can hold onto your thighs or maybe your toes. Hold 10, 2, I'm going to add an ankle roll here, about 5 each way. Ah, feels good. Ooh, toes back. And hold on to the feet so you're in a bound angle. Your knees are now wide like a butterfly. All right, inhale. Now we're going to add 5 roll-ups. If this isn't for you, bridging's always a good exercise. So on the roll-up, if you would like to do this, your legs are long. Now when you come up, you're going to bend your knees. So we're going to do just 5 of these. Otherwise, you're doing a bridge. 4, 3, good, 2, kind of mixing up the different things, right? And 1. Really good. Now stay long, lift up your right leg. I'm going to leave my left foot on the roller just to have this nice little support for the back. I just sometimes like to show different variations. So you're doing leg circles, and then you know, oh, one day my back feels tweaky. I've got this backup plan I remember kinesthetically. So if you don't need it, you can also just leave your foot on the ground. I just like to show different variations. Now we're doing about 10 each way, and the shoulder blades and the ribs are down. Now we're heading the other way, like you're drawing a humongous circle on the sky. As the hamstring warms up, you might notice your knee will lengthen. It doesn't have to be bent as you're warming up. So wherever you can keep your ribs down, there's no pain in the leg. Now, of course, let's keep that leg up here on that last one and just feel a stretch. If you would like to add on, take your hand to the foot, lift up your shoulder and hover your left leg. So we're adding an ab stretch ab work if you would like to the stretch. 10. And then lower down, and then take this right leg down on the mat or the roller like me, left leg up. Okay, draw a circle. Right away I could tell my left hamstring was a little bit tighter. So if you have that feeling that it's pretty tight, you can softly bend your knee, and maybe it'll warm up and wake up during the circles. So you're constantly kind of observing and editing without judgment your body's progress. And we're going to do about 10 the other way. Breathe in and see if your shoulder blades are on the mat. See if you're breathing in your nose and out your nose. Feel those muscles around your thigh. I got a little pop, a good one. And keep that leg up. Now, this is either a hamstring stretch, or let your left hand go to your left toes and hover your right leg and right hand goes to the thigh. Now you're holding 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, hug them in and just relax for a little bit. This time the hands go beside your hip bones, lift up your legs. This is called corkscrew. We're going to take 10 of these total. Your legs are glued. Your ribs are down. Your shoulders are down. Inhale and exhale. And this is really it's a modified version the way I offer it. There is a hip lift at the 12 o'clock if you care to add it, and there's actually a rollover to your shoulder blades. So I just tend to do these modified for our group classes. One way, one the other way, and then hug a little right, left rock. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, I'm going to have us do 5 roll-ups the other way. If you need to do a backup plan, do bridge. We're getting ready to end a block of exercises before we grab some water. So you're going to start with your knees bent, your arms back. Exhale, and then you straighten your legs, and we're doing 5 of these. Now there's a hamstring stretch. For those of us like me who felt it during leg circles, I need that little extra stretch. 2, breathe in. 3, Good. Inhale. 4, stretch. Breathe in. And 5. Woo! Oh, good job on that block. Way to try to not throw your hands. I like it. Now, if you would care to get a sip, grab a sip. Good. Breathe in. Cheers. This section has to do with posture and thoracic extension. So we're going to take the foam roller on the end of our mat where our arms are, extend your legs long and let your elbows be long. The inhale, we're going to lift up, and on the exhale, we're going to lower down. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. So there's your upper back getting its love, getting its treatment. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathe in. Now, when you're ready, we're going to hold for about 15. Hold. Lower, but we're going to do that a couple more times. Here we go. Building endurance, about 15 here. Lower, and then go up again, and just see your height might have improved. So you might be able to get up higher without tension. Good. Isn't that nice? Hold 15, building strength in that endurance in that new place. And then begin lowering for a moment and let your arms now be your pillow. You can either have your cheek or your forehead. Lift up one leg, lengthen, lift the other. Now keep going. I'm just going to cue a little. Act like you have a piece of ice underneath your belly. And you are lengthening your leg before you lift it so your hips don't rock. Okay. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now both legs can lift and you can flutter. So imagine you're bubbling water under the surface. 10. If you're feeling pretty good here, tap the feet together so it's a horizontal adduction. Neck soft, shoulders soft. 10 more. And now when you're ready, you're going to push back, either child pose, or those of you that want to do a squat, and garland is the other pose name for this. So you can do a squat or you can do a child's pose. Look how, that's so fun. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, let's do a little bit more on that thoracic extension. Lie back down. Now this is going to be upper body, lower body. You can use the foam roller or you can use the floor. So the first part is that your upper body comes up with your hands assisting, either the roller or the floor. When you lower your torso, your legs are going to come up, both of them. Lower your legs. Now lift up your upper body. And then lower your upper body and then lift up your legs. So you can see this pattern is that as if you're the bottom of a rocking chair. One side comes up. Breathe in. Now, that is an option. You can also do this with a little bit of a snazz, finesse, pizzazz. You can lift up and you can add the rock. That's up to you. Up. You can do it once, or you could do a few in a row, 3 to 5 to 10. Do one more. And then push back. I'll demo either child's pose, or if you want to throw in another malasana, a squat. It's like not a muscular squat, but a low squat. Like you're in New Guinea on the side of a stream catching fish. All right, so here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and we're heading back down to a little bit more thoracic extension, everybody's favorite. The belly is down, but the hands are no longer going to be pushing you up. The hands are now beside your pelvis, beside your hips. Palms face the floor and inhale, lift up. So you have this long line of energy out your arms. They're off the floor. You lifting up your toes and your legs, but they're off the floor. Now just breathe up and down. Your body will move a little. And recover, and you can decide, would you like to interlace your fingers at your low back or rest one on the other? Go up and breathe. Lower, and then how about switch the hand position and come up and breathe. Lift up. And now, if you care, add on your hand to your foot. Bow pose up. We'll do this twice. Lower down a little bit. And here we go. We're going to go up again. 10. And relax. How fun. And then push back. Some type of child pose. Yep, toe under is a really nice one too, or a squat. I'm just going to offer different ways. 5, 4, 3, 2, and that was the end of that thoracic block for now. Great job. Grab a sip. So I'm just breaking it up into little blocks. Guess what's next? Abs and core. We did a little bit of abs of core earlier, but this one we're going to do with this foam roller or your feet on the floor. It's up to you. So what we'll do first is touch the planks. So let your forearms be on the mat, let your shins be on the foam roller or the toes on the floor, your choice. So just set up and hold about 20, where you're really feeling your belly pull in. You're feeling your shoulder blades flat, your ear in line with your shoulder. We're going to take another inhale. And then on your exhale, we're going to turn sideways. All right. This time you can stagger or stack and just hold for about 20. We'll take an inhale. We're going to exhale and lower that hip down. And then let's switch it up. Of course, if you're on your roller, you're going to want that on the other side. Or you turn. Good, Cole. Perfect. That was a more efficient way. You're going to be ahead of us. Awesome. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now, speaking of 20, it's been a while since we've done my favorite game of 21. So we're going to do a series of 21 planks. The transition is just as important as the plank. So start with your forearm plank and like you're making sure everything is good, your shoulder blades are wide. Now this is 1. And then when you flip to a side, this is 2. You check your forearm, your shoulder blades down the back. You breathe. Now the forearm comes down and this is 3. Now you open up to the side. And this one's 4, and the goal is good form, not rushing through it. Forearm, both down, 5. Open up to the side, and this is 6. Forearms down, and this is 7. Open up, this is 8. And remember, it's a little bit more unstable on the foam roller. 9, so transition with care. 10, yeah, good, I like that hand. Giving you a little extra support till the end. 10, 11, 12, 13, good, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Let's end on a front plank, shall we? Front plank and then child pose. Woo! Okay, we're gonna grab a sip even though we're not totally done with that block because those are a lot harder. Grab a sip, Egyptian tea, cheers. Now, these are some planks with the foam roller. If you don't have it, just use your toes on the floor and I'll cue a possible option. So if you are on the forearms and then your shins are on that foam roller. You're going to be bending your knees underneath you. I'm just looking to see how to cue. If you don't have the foam roller today, but it looks like everybody does, then you could do one knee in under at a time. Good, everybody's good. So I'll cue foam roller style. And if you're watching this on YouTube later, you can always just hold a normal plank or pull one knee under and then the other, like a flamingo. All right, 4 more. 3, 2, and recover for a moment. I'm gonna add the elbow bend. This is kind of a fun tricep stretch. It's like you're patting yourself on the back. All right, now we're gonna add some hip lifting. So it's kind of like you're an upside down V or dolphin. Like in yoga, it's called dolphin. So lift your hips, long knees, and then do plank. Lift your hips, long knees. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, come in, take a little breather. I'm going to bend the knees again as a little option. Now, we're going to add on a little bit of an oblique knee curl. So when you pull your knees under for inchworm, head them left, then plank, then head them right. So go plank, bend the knees to the left elbow-ish, bend the knees to the right, plank, left, right, left, right. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then recover for a moment. When you lift your hips in a pike, we're going to take it to an angle. So it's like a pike to the left, plank, plank to the right. So long knees this time. You kind of lift head left. Now you're in plank. Lift head right, lift head left, lift head right. Now we're doing 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let that go. Woo! All right, grab a sip. That's a good amount for a block right now. We'll come back to some fun things, but man, cheers. And we're going to take a little bit of floor exercises with a different plane. So for now, let's get rid of that foam roller. It's still handy. We may come back to it later, but the arm is underneath the ear. And you're going to, I'm going to get on the front of my mat too, because if we do banana boats, we'll have that room. So first the thighs come up, your belly's working, soften the neck and feel the belly here, and then feel the waist lift here like an oblique window underneath your rib pelvis area. Now it's going to be about 10 more. We're doing about 20 here. Exhale. Now we're going to change up the thing that we do at the top. So stay here and take the top leg and draw tight little circles. Thinking about a honeydew melon, a cantaloupe, point. Good. Now we're going to flex that same foot. Now the bottom leg's off the floor and try to go circles. Now you're going to keep this leg up. Now the bottom leg's going to draw tight little circles. You might think of a cantaloupe, a honeydew melon, an acorn squash. And then we're gonna flex, go the other way. Woo! That one's harder. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, for now, if you would like, you can do either the legs again, the leg and the upper body, or you can come up. So please choose which of those you would like for this next 5. That's why I moved forward on the mat. See, there's a little bit more room when you roll back for your tush. 3, 4, and 5. Okay, you did great. Okay, let's do the other. Woo! Now, the arm is like a pillow, keeping your neck neutral. You're at the front end of your mat. You're gonna lift up both legs. Gotta move my transmitter. 2, 3, good. 4, here's the waist working. 6, 8. Feel this ab area right here, but no neck area, right? No neck tension. All right, so when you're ready, you're gonna stay up, point your toes, draw a cantaloupe or so, a honeydew melon. The bottom leg's off the floor, so your inner thigh is in a contraction. Now we're gonna be flexing our foot and drawing a honeydew melon. Right here's working. Cantaloupe. And you're gonna stay up with that leg. Now the bottom leg's gonna draw that honeydew melon, long leg circles, inner thigh. Flex the foot and go backwards. Really pull even the pinky toe back. Circles. The next thing we're gonna do is either you do your legs and your upper body, or you do them all together and you can come up. So it's like a banana that turns into a boat. Exhale, 2, 3, and 4. One more. 5. Awesome job, guys. Now on this next one, come up. So similar plane. You're upright. Now right now, check your knees. I don't want anyone to hurt their knees, so you may double up your mat. Your one foot's out, fingertips, and then you go down, and 2, and 3, and 4, 5, good, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to change the hands and the body so it's a rotation. And then you know that you can make these harder with a different arm position or easier. 5, and I'm going to slow it down. Why? Because that makes it harder. 6, sometimes my natural tendency is to get things done yesterday. 7, so slowing it down, you'll feel, oh yeah, I have to work a little bit more. I'm not using momentum. I'm using muscle more than momentum. 1 more. All right, now, when you're up, take your arm over. 10, woo, breathe. 9, this is getting your breath. 8, good, everybody looks good. 6, and yeah, Jean, try the other way, but you're not too far off because we're going to do that side too. So it's all going to get done. Now let's just go down and do Jean's side. So fingertips or knuckles. You can also use a prop, like a block, foam roller. Oh, that feels so good. An arc. Oh, 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now you're going to rearrange the body, come back in, take the other foot out, make sure that, okay, no bones hurt. Sometimes your bones are built a little different. You might feel one side's more sensitive. So if you have that sensitivity in one joint, pad it up. Now, one possibility is hands like a triangle. Well, if you want to make it harder, you can just move your arms a little longer. See right there, you really feel it. And then again, we can do that slow down. 6. Jean, accent that side more. So accent, go the other way. Go the other way, Jean. that, go down. Yeah, that's gonna be harder. See, if you go harder, that's harder. Yeah, so the leg that's out, your torso's going away. You're only coming up to vertical maybe, because if you're here, you'll notice, oh, it's not really that hard. And you know us, I want you to have all the tension and challenge you want. Now, that might have been a little bit more than 10, but that's okay. We cleared up some stuff. Rotate. Now inhale, down, away from your leg, and then you rotate. Down, away from your leg. And you'll notice if you come up, you don't even feel it here. So that's your clue, like, oh, I'm gonna work this side. Rotate. Now I like an inhale and then an exhale to help that belly pull in, that transfers. Take 2 more, inhale, or 10, whatever, whenever you're at 10. Now, when you're up, take your hand on your thigh or your calf, but not your knee. So you're not gonna push down on your knee. Act like someone's pulling your arm up and over. Woo! Breathe, 5. Oh, it feels so good. This hand that's in the air, it's gonna go down. And lifting up your hip, you can feel that even more, stretching out through your fingers. Inhale and exhale. Come back up, grab a sip. Good job, guys. Now, this next one, please listen to your body. Your shins are on the mat, and you see when you're in kneeling, high kneel, it's easier to get your lower back involved, so I want you to check the ribs are over the pelvis. So I'm just gonna have the arms out and you're gonna lean back. Now listen to your knees, that's why I'm only doing a little one. You could go back further, but I want you to feel like you are in control. These muscles are lengthening and strengthening. Woo! And lengthen. Nice, so you're gonna feel your quads lengthen and strengthen. That's just like if you were to walk down Roanoke Mountain, or just like if you were walking down Poor Mountain Trail. So when you descend, you lengthen your muscle and it's contracting. So it's eccentrically firing, negative contraction. Exercises like this can help that. All right, just 2, 3 more. 2 and 1. Nice job. Now, do you guys have your Dynabands and elastic tubings today? Do you have, Michelle, you're back at home, so I think you have, and you would have it anyway because you had it at the beach, which was brilliant. Let me just, oh good, everybody's got, can you grab a Hevio or 2 bands and put your feet out long? And guys, you know I forget to put the shade down. That's why the pinyon tree has the sun shining through the pinyon tree. I'll remember one day, probably by fall. All right, bend your elbows and pull. So let me know if you can't see me well. Good, exhale. Now as you pull, it's okay to do this either neutral, which is thumb up, or you flip your palms and you kind of do this supination as you do it. So whichever feels good. Yeah, all right, you're tall. Now this is back strength. The back's pretty strong, so you may have to walk your fingers more forward to get more tension. So as soon as you start pulling, you've got this resistance on the band. Jean, that looks great. What I also like is everybody's so upright, your ears in line with the shoulder. I really like that. You're breathing calmly. All right, your exhale is 5, 4. I had sent an email out that I was gonna be doing, if you guys were good for it, like props and weight training and just some extra, I think like 1 more day a week like this would be fun sometimes, right? So I want you to take one arm and turn. So when you pull, yes, now return to neutral. Now pull the other and exhale. So your biceps and your shoulders, your exhale rotating, and turn your torso, but leave your legs the same. So your hips aren't moving. Your hips are the same. And just take 10 more, exhale 9. See if you can even up the rotational range of motion. So you're even on the right as you are on the left. And just try 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, I've got a heavy band, so I'm going to go to a medium band. See what, if you can either lessen up how much you have of yours, or you can take a medium band. Let this wrap around your feet, go out like a letter T. Now, sit tall, and your rear shoulder is now working out wide, kind of like a letter T or a soft hug. Lift your elbows up, I think, Jean, just a little bit. This one's kind of round. Let me turn to you so you can see better. So kind of like a hug. Yeah. All right, this looks good. And if you have any tension in your neck, you can always just shake it out a little. All right, try 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, can you do a bicep curl here? I'm going to show you a couple different ways. One is just be here. So, Betty, you might like that, and you may have to choke up more on your band. Or if you want to add a little ab crunch, you can do an ab crunch plus your bicep curl if you don't have osteoporosis. Another trick to make it harder is lifting up your elbows. My band is a pretty solid medium, so I'm not going to lift my elbows anymore. This is hard enough, but if you need to, you just lift your elbows. Now, there's a belly pull in every time. Try 6 more, 5 more, 4 more, 3, 2. Now sit up tall again, and Betty, you're good at your tall. Your hands are going to be beside your hips now, and you pull. Now you're real tall. You don't want your hands to run into the floor, so they're wider than your hips, so I'd say a few inches wider on each side. Pull, and try to do this thing where you resist the bands, return. Resist the bands, return. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now, I want you to sit any way that you want to. I'm going to come up on my shins and put the palms here. Will you lower that screen and just see if this works? If we lower it, can we get them a better view? I just want to see if it works. The sun, where we are at the time of day, looks different. Let me just see if this is helpful. Awesome. All right, your shoulder blades are down the back. Is that clearer? Can you see me better? Okay, good. Thank you, Betty. I could see your gaze. Good. Okay, that's great. We'll pull out the studio. Good, Michelle, you can see it better too. Okay, we'll pull out the studio lights now that I know that the sun's so changing. I'll leave them in here so we have a good view for you guys every time. I don't want you to be straining to hear or see me. All right, 3, 2, 1. Now, that was awesome. What we're going to do next is the hand here, the one hand here. And you're going to push up. Exhale. Now, this is triceps. Yep, you can be high kneel. You could do seated. 4, we're going to hit 20 of these. 5, 6, 7, and your neck is easy. 8, 9, 10, 11, you guys look great. 12, your ribs are level, your shoulders are level. You're not leaning, I like it. 16, 17, now the triceps starting to burn. 18, 19. Now switch hands, this hand's up, this hand catches it right around the low back. Push yourself up with the elbow. 2, 3, good. 4, and then I like that jawline parallel to the floor. 6, so yeah, Jean, that was wonderful. You probably felt that in your upper back, it lengthened as well. 9, and one part of the spine will affect the other. That's what you can notice right away. I love it. Try to lengthen your elbow all the way. Yeah. 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Now, you guys are doing great. Let's do a little breaststroke here. So wrap the band behind your upper back and go around. So what I'm doing is a circle in front of me. So it's kind of like you're putting pizza sauce on a humongous pizza dough, or you're doing a breaststroke the opposite way that you would swim. All right, exhale. Neck is easy. 5, 4, and nice. You're trying to make it big. 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to go the other way. So we have this push forward, and this is more like a breaststroke, like one in the pool or a lake. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. All right, let's do one more here and then I'll get us off those legs. So up, pull down. So right in front of your nose down to your chest. So where your collar or where the shirt is, right here. Good. The clavicle maybe is another cue, the sternum. As you pull down, you're also going wide, but you're trying not to use your upper traps. Your neck could easily move at any moment. Your head can easily move at any moment. 8. Exhale as you pull down. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now shoot for 5 more. I hope your muscles feel it. 16, 17, 18, 19, and then 20. Leave your band handy, just kind of get it to the side. And let's do one of these. You know how you hold your hands and you just massage your wrist? I love the bands. I love the hand weights. I also just feel like it's really nice to give yourself some extra stretches when you're doing them. So you complement the fact that they've been squeezing and gripping. All right, so opposite this one, elbow long, breathe in. And opposite long, breathe in. Now I'm going to have us do a couple things. I'm going to have us stand up, and if you can, do it without any hands. And if you would like a sip, grab a sip any way you need to. So one way you could stand up, no hands, is to do that. Does that look good? Oh, everybody's doing good. No hands, grab a sip. Good. That's a girl. That's okay. You just touched your forearm on your thigh, so that's better, and it gets better and better. Now, I'm going to say it's going to be about a medium band. And let your heel or heels, you guessed it, 2 heels would be harder, be in the middle. Now exhale and pull your elbows, bend your elbows into flexion. Good, guys. I love it. All right, can you do 10 more? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. And if it's getting too hard, one trick is you take one foot out and you just do it with that. Okay, or you do one arm at a time. All right, try 3 more, 2, and 1. Hot dog. Now I'm going to take this out and I'm going to change to a light band. And if you only have one band, just put only one foot in the middle because that'll make it easier than 2 feet. So I also really like making sure I have it so it doesn't snap out. So I have it on my heel where I can feel it on one foot. Now, what happens when you do this? Good. Everybody looks good. Let me give you a backup plan just in case. So if it's too hard, you could always do this. All right, so otherwise, let's just try 10 more. 10, 9, 8, good. Michelle, yours looks about perfect. I mean, there's a body length, an arm length, a leg length, a band intensity. All those things go together when you figure out what intensity is good for you. All right, guys, I'm just gonna have us stay right here. So if you're like me and you wanna make it even, just put the other heel. It's not really a big deal, but it's just a little difference. Now go forward. You see how I'm almost like a mummy, right arm? Yeah, left arm. And let's just get some front raises in here. Good, so we're building some shoulders, and what we're doing today, we've mixed up traditional Pilates, no equipment. We added some foam roller for a prop, extra equipment, extra challenge, and now we're adding Dynaband, weight training, resistance training to build strength in the muscle, to build strength in the bone. Also, mixing it up, really good for the brain. You feel like you have to pay attention. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to get a slightly heavier band, but it's okay to keep the same band. The hands are going to be both inside, and I'm going to cue hand towards your thigh. Both heels in the middle. I do like to try to make it even, so when I touch, so this one I need to adjust a little. Okay, I got my heels really secure, and I open the elbows, but my wrists are not being forced down. They're in line with my forearms, and just find a place that feels good to you. Good. Now neck is soft, knees soft, elbows wide. And Jean, see if your elbows right here will lift higher than your wrists, so you're not let your elbows be high. Okay, 5, 4, let your elbows be higher. 4, right here, they should be higher than your wrist. 2, 1. Now, step out. Take that band, the same one ought to be very good, a medium, behind your upper back. Now, please listen to your body, but I would like to add a slight heel heavy squat option. We're going to do some patterning. You're going to sit and push out wide. Now, same sit, but push your arms more narrow. Same sit or squat and narrow. The arms are going wide, 1, narrow, 1. The legs are staying the same. I don't want you to have to tweak your knee trying to hurry up and get the legs in a different position. So just stay, it's also called second position squat. I like how your heart is facing me. You're not just bending over, your glutes are doing it. Whoops, I dropped one, keep going. Forward, and let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, now put those feet in the neutral, and you know me well enough, I'm going to try to add on some calves, right? The calf raises I do tend to show frequently. They're a muscle that can get worked every day, but it's so important for vascular health, especially if you're like me and you're on the computer working and you've been sitting for a while. This is really good to get that leg pumping, or if you travel somewhere, or if you've been on a plane somewhere, to get those calf moving. You can do this at a gas station pump if you're traveling somewhere. 4, all the toes have equal weight. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to take a stretch, go up and pretty wide arms back, up and forward. So what we're doing is dynamic mobility in the shoulders. Breathe in. And then we're going to do another one. These look great. Now we're going to find some places that you feel so stretched. Relax your neck. Lower your body or your arms a little bit. Breathe in. Lower your arms a little bit. Breathe in. And then let that go. And then do you guys have hand weights today? Do you have your hand weights? Grab something like a 5 or so, maybe a 3, but let me just see what everybody has. Oh, good. Can you do this pattern? You're going to bend. Good. And push. Good. Oh, I love it. Everybody's got their hand weights today. Great. Okay, so bend and push. Now what we're doing again is a pattern. So this is hammer curl. You feel like a shelf, and then you push up. Let's just hit a few of these. Up. Good. Now as you're doing this, you're breathing continuously. I like to use that exhale to help those arms overhead and keep my body stable. All right, you're exhaling, but no neck, right? You feel how your neck is safe. Just one more. Now, can you go out to the side and just give me 10? I just wanted to throw in some weight training, throw in some bands, a little bit of hand weights. Since we do the weights and the bands on Tuesday, Thursday is another great day to do it. So, usually you'll separate. There'll be a day in between. All right, let's do 3 more. And 1. Terrific job. Now, can you open up a little and have a seat like you're sitting in a chair, and then lift up your heels. That's our pattern. Have a seat, lift up your heels, have a seat, but your torso's feet facing me, and lift up your heels. Now, I'm going to try to slow down that heel raise like there's a little moment of balance. Have a seat, lengthen your knees, lift up a moment of balance. I didn't do so good that time, but I'm trying, and that's all we're doing here. So lift up, pause. That one went better. All right, how about 3 more? Good. 2 more. 1 more. Really good. Nice job. All right, this one to the front. 10, just 10. 9. If it's too heavy, grab a lighter weight. Good. I love it. Quick adjustment, right? Let's make that 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, lower those down for a moment. And while we're here, one-legged balance, but with a shoulder stretch. So take this one foot up, and you could just do tree with the interlaced fingers, or you could take tree to cow face. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's okay. 6, good. 7, 8, 9, great job, guys. This one up, catch it, and catch your fingers if you can. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Really good. Now, one more balance here. Watch this. Foot, quad stretch. Good. So we're doing 2 things at once, aren't we? We're trying to keep this glute strong, pelvis is level, and we're trying to open up this quad, hip flexor. If you would like to add on, you can add a little foot push. Here we go, guys. Slowly come back. Whew. One other inhale. Take that hand to your foot. Now, you can see right now, rib down, pubic bone up. Oh yeah, let me sit up real tall. There you go. Now, when you're ready, the second one is push. Whoops. 10. Breathe in. And exhale, come on back. Open up the feet. So we're just mixing it up. Now, can you exhale and go forward? And your hands could go down to your to your ankles or to the floor, and just feel your inner thigh stretch. 10. I also like to shake out my neck here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then inhale. Now let your right hand come down and open up your left arm like a big old rotation. So this is like windmill. 10. Let that hand come down and open up the other one like a windmill. And then exhale down. And now we're going to put our hands back on our hips and come up, but if you need to pause halfway, please do. So go all the way up if you can, a little upper back bend, hand over, half moon side with the legs wide. Breathe in. Add that little rotation like you're trying to look at the floor. Add that little rotation like you're trying to look at the sky. Inhale, come up. Exhale, go over. Rotate down. Rotate up. Rotate up. Walk your feet in. Let's take 3 breaths up with your inhale. Now I like to add a little back bend here, so if that feels good, do that. Inhale. Inhale, lift up. Take as big a breath as you can. That's energy, that is mood, that is life force. Inhale, stay up and kind of grab your own arms and reach yourself up. Breathe in. And then exhale, just let your hands come back to your heart. You're standing with 4 corners of alignment on your feet. And that way you're balanced on the front and the back side of your foot. Your ribs are over your pelvis. Your shoulder blades are relaxed. We'll just take a moment to appreciate how much our body did for us. We asked it to do so many different tasks today, and it successfully completed those tasks. How amazing is this vessel? We're going to thank our mind for showing up, thank our spirit for being able to receive all the inspirations towards wellness and peace. Today I'm going to take care of my body, mind, and spirit. It's really the main thing I have to do, and then everything seems to work out well after that with so much appreciation.